Yo, what's going on guys, Space Kong here. So, last week I released a video on how to farm the Viper set, but I was with a group and I got quite a few requests for me to do it solo and post a video. So basically the same rules apply as the last video, except I'm solo this time. But I hope you find this useful and enjoy the video guys. In case you guys are wondering, this dungeon is on normal. You can do it on veteran. I wouldn't advise it unless you're going for jewellery, but if you're going for jewellery you're probably better off doing it with a group just so it goes a lot smoother. But if you have a really strong character then you can obviously do it, but yeah, that's up to you. If you're not bothered about the jewellery and just want to go for the armour, I highly recommend doing it on normal. You can always upgrade your armour that you get from the dungeon, so you will be getting blue armour and blue weapons, but you know, it doesn't cost that much to upgrade anyway. Yeah, admittedly I wasn't bringing the A game today because I wasn't really playing with my DPS much lately anyway. I've been playing on my tank build, which is quite fun. I've got a new Blazing Shield build which I've been testing in Cyrodiil and it's quite fun. So I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to DPS. But a trick to this is when you're playing it solo, always make sure that you have constant healing. Even if it means sacrificing some of your damage output and putting it on your healing, it makes a big difference, because end of the day, as long as you can kill the boss, it doesn't really matter how long it takes. I mean, obviously if you're going to use a tank, then it's going to take a hell of a long time, but for a DPS, you know, you can sacrifice a bit of damage and still have healing. Essentially, if you're a Dragon Knight, you can always use your... I mean, I'm not really an expert on Dragon Knights, but I know they have the Dragon Blood, that's what it's called, or Green Dragon Blood, whichever morph. But basically, I know in PvP people don't really use it because it's been nerfed quite a lot, but in PvE it's still pretty strong. So you can use that for Dragon Knight, if you're Magicka based that is. Nightblades always have their siphoning attacks, they've got so many of them, just take your pick. Most of them are healing. If you're a Sork, you can use Crit Surge, which with your AoE dots basically means you're healing a shit ton. For Magicka Templars, they have a ridiculous amount of heals. In fact, they have a whole skill tree devoted just to healing, which is the Restoring Light, I believe. But yeah, if you're a stamina-based character, you can always use your Resolving Vigor or Echoing Vigor, whichever one you choose. Resolving Vigor is probably the best one though if you're going solo. But if you're using a dual wield, you can always use, well, your ultimate. I think it's called Blood Craze or Bloodthirst. But anyway, your ultimate can also heal you, and it's very cheap. And the first skill as well in the dual wield line, that can heal you over time. So there's a lot of heals going on. If you have a two-handed weapon, then you can always use Momentum and Vigor at the same time. They both stack, and they're pretty good heals, not gonna lie. But essentially, as long as you can stay alive in a dungeon and have quite a few AoE moves, then you'll be good. And again, I ran out of space in my inventory, which is exactly the same as what happened last time, the same part of the dungeon. Anyway, I'll skip ahead. Don't forget the boss in this corner as well, it's very easy to forget about. This last boss isn't that difficult. He kind of has these 3 little phases. The first phase is just like normal like this, and like when you're getting down to a certain amount of health, he'll call out more troops, which I call the second phase. It's not really much of a phase, but it doesn't really do much. And then on the next time, or the last time, when he summons his little minion things, will be the second time he summons the minion things, which will be kind of like the third phase or some shit like that. But basically the idea is I save all my ultimate and all my stamina for the last phase, because that's when he has the most health and that's when you want to burn him down. So here he is summoning minions going into the second phase, but they're weak as shit, so you can kick their ass. If it's on normal, you don't have to worry about the AoE. If it's on veteran, you will have to worry about the AoE. Get out of the way of it. He'll do this move where he sort of has this red circle that comes out from underneath him. You've got to avoid that using a dodge roll. And he also has this electric laser which comes up from the top of the map, and that will follow you for a while, so you will have to watch out for that. Okay, so this is the second time he's getting out his minions, and this is what I call the third phase. So you see I had just over half a bar of stamina and an ultimate, which is more than enough to burn him down really quickly. And that's it. That's the end of the dungeon. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and found it useful. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always guys, have yourselves a great day. Peace.